It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at DJI. Get yourself your own drone by going over to geekazine.com/DJI. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. May 19th. 1980, the National Computer Conference is held in California over 4 days. And during that time, Apple Computer introduced the Apple III, which featured a 2 MHz 6502A microprocessor, 5.25-inch floppy drive, and 128 kilobytes of RAM. The price was $4,340 to $7,800. 1983, NASA launches the Intelsat 5 satellite. 1987, a patent for a device for keeping a head alive, is issued to Chet Fleming. The device was a cabinet that would provide the biochemical support for sustaining the bodily processes of a severed head, including oxygenated blood and nutrients circulated through tubes connected to the subject's arteries and veins that were exposed at the neck. The patent was tested on animals, but it suggested that it could be used to treat people suffering from terminal illness. 1997, HP begins shipping the HP 300LX and 320LX handheld computers. Intel announced that the 133 MHz Pentium processor with MMX technology for notebook computers, price on that was $284. Also, 1997, version 4.2 of the Red Hat Linux operating system, otherwise known as Biltmore, was released. 1998, 7 members of Loft, which is a famous hacker collective based in Massachusetts, testify before Congress that they could shut down the entire internet in 30 minutes. The Galaxy 4, which is a communications satellite, Also in 1998, a communications satellite strays from orbit and disrupts service to millions of pager customers and several television feeds. Also in 1998, 20th Century Fox releases Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace. And the SourceGear Corporation releases the free open-source word processor AbiWord for the first time. The word AbiWord was derived from the root of the Spanish word abierto, which means open. AbiWord was on the BOS Linux, Mac OS X, Microsoft Windows, React OS, and other operating systems. And now this word from our friends over at DJI Technologies. The Phantom 3 has been released just in time for all your springtime flying. In both professional and advanced models, the Phantom is one of the most popular drones out there. And it can make you feel like a kid again, just like when you got your first RC car years ago. With video up to 4K, you can have fun taking overhead shots, aerial footage in parks or by the lake, or you can just fly over your house to see how many of your kids' toys ended up on the roof, or if your roof even survived the winter. I encourage you to go over to geekazine.com/DJI so you can get free shipping on that DJI Phantom, and it supports the Day in Tech History. Then go out to the park and have a ton of fun. Geeky fun with DJI. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History. 2001, Apple Computer opens the first 2 locations of their 25 retail stores that would be open by the year's end. One was in Virginia, and the other one was in Washington, D.C. They would attract about 7,700 shoppers in their first weekend and sell a combined total of $599,000 in merchandise. 2003, Microsoft agrees to license Unix technology from the SCO Group. 2004, Microsoft releases Microsoft Office 2004 for the Macintosh. 2005, the final version of the Netscape browser, version 8, was released. It was followed a few hours later by version 8.0.1, which incorporated the key security patches of Firefox 1.0.4. And in 2009, Intel previews the PineView chip, which is their next Atom-based processor. They also show off the beta of Moblin 2.0 Linux OS. And that's your day in tech history. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.